Hello, this is Mr. Wynn. Today's video will be 9-2 parabolas. We'll be using the non-calculator method. So, we're going to need to be able to find the equation of parabola, or meaning a quadratic equation, if you're given two of the three. So we have a focus, it's this red point that's inside the parabola. We have the vertex, it's this blue point that's on the parabola. I know it's the starting point, that's also the min or max of the parabola. And we have this green line, the directrix is outside the parabola, and the parabola cannot cross it. Alright, so that's why it has to go away from that green line. Well, actually, we don't need the entire green line, that directrix, we just need this one point on it right there. So these 3 points I just boxed, the two red ones and that one blue one, have a special relationship, and that is they have the same x value. They're all on the same x thing. So say this was 4, then those all points would be 4 comma something. Alright, so maybe I'm going to make this up. I'm going to say that's 4 comma, let's say 2. Alright, then that other one, that blue one, let's say it's 4 comma 3, and that top one would be 4 comma 4. But all the x's are the same because they're on the same right 4. It's just up and down, it's different. Right. Also, the vertex is always in the middle. It's the midpoint of those two. Right. Our goal is to find the vertex and A by a special formula and plug those two things into the vertex formula from the previous video. One more thing I didn't say, but the parabola, any point on the parabola is always equidistant to the focus and directrix. So what I mean is this. From, I'll say this one right here. From there to there, from the parabola to straight to the focus, should be the same distance from the parabola straight to the directrix. Now my picture's not the best, but they're just in the same distance. So if I even did this other one, if I went to this point right here, that distance I just drew should be the exact same distance as this. It should be an isosceles triangle, but again, my picture's not drawn the best. Alright, but let's actually start solving some picture problems. Alright, so example 1. If the focus is 3, 1 and the vertex is 3, 0, find the equation of the parabola. Alright, and just so you know, remember the focus and directions are not on the parabola. They're either inside or outside the parabola. Only the vertex is on that U. So I wrote the steps right here. First is find the missing F, V, or D point. So I always am organized. I'm going to write F first, then V, then D. And remember, let's see, F is 3, 1. V is 3, 0. D, although the directrix is a line, we need a point that's on the same x. So we need 3, something. So my first thing is find that missing point. Well, if V is the midpoint, right, it's in the middle, from F to V, I'm going to subtract 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So I'm going to do the same pattern. 0 minus 1 gives me negative 1. So I found that missing point. Step 2 is find the distance between F and D. Well, the x parts are the same. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about how far is it from 1 to negative 1. So let me draw this. It might help us. Let's do a quick tiny sketch. All right. Here's 3, 0. That's my vertex. Let's do a blue one. This is 3, 1. This is my focus. And then this is 3, -1. But from the blue dot to the other blue dot, from here to here, it's how many spaces? It's 2 spots. So my distance is 2. Now there's the formula for that, and it's actually the simple distance formula, and that is subtract the 2 y's. So if you do y minus y, meaning 1 minus -1, well, those turn plus, that's 2. Right, if you subtract the 2 y's, and if whatever number it is, make it positive, that's the distance. So number 2 is done. So step 3, find A with the formula A equals 1 over double the distance. Alright, that's not too bad. So let me do this. A equals 1 over 2 times the distance. Well, the distance was 2. Meaning A is 1 over 4. So this picture is going to be wider. Warning, this is very important. You must do a quick sketch to see if A is positive or negative. Alright, so this is where that directrix is kind of important. Remember, the directrix is a line, and the U cannot go over it. So from my picture, I know this U should be going upwards. If it's going up, you're not flipping the picture, A is positive. But if it's the reverse, if it was going downwards, then A would be negative. So this formula doesn't tell you if A is positive or negative. You have to draw the picture yourself and just avoid the directrix. If the directrix is below the vertex, A is positive. If the directrix is above the vertex, A is negative. All right, and the final step, step 4. Plug in V and A into vertex form. All right, that's easy. So y'all know vertex form from the last video is y equals A parentheses x minus h plus k, or for the square. All right, so leave y alone. But A was 1 over 4. Leave x alone, minus h, opposite of the vertex. So the vertex was 3, 0. There should be a minus 3. Because remember, the vertex went right 3. Squared and plus 0, k is 0. You could plus 0, you don't have to write that. That's the answer. Alright, if they want standard form, then you just gotta expand it. Remember, write the x minus 3 twice, double distribute, combine terms, and you have standard form. That's it. Those are the 4 steps, and that's the easiest way of doing this. I guarantee it, because I tried to calculate it last year, and it was very chaotic and messy, and kids had no clue what they were doing. Alright, so let's do 2 more of these. If the focus is 2, 8, directrix is y equals 12, find the equation of the parabola. Right, remember step 1 was FVD, find what's missing. Alright, focus is 2, 8. We don't know the vertex. And the directrix is y equals 12. Remember, we don't want that line, we want the point on the line. So the y part's 12. Remember, the x part's supposed to be the same. So let me draw this for y'all real fast, just so y'all can see. The focus is 2, 8. So 2, 8. Let's call it right here, 2, 8. 2, 8. We don't know the vertex, but the directrix is a line. It's technically y equals 12. It's above. Here's y equals 12. Right? But our point that we need on there is 2, 12. But we can't go above that line, across that line. So I know the vertex is in the middle somewhere. Right? So all the x's are the same. They're all 2. So I know this is 2. But I find out what's this other point. Well, the vertex is in the middle. So it's halfway between 8 and 12. You find the midpoint, you just add the 2 numbers. It's just y plus y over 2. So 8 plus 12 over 2, 20 over 2, which is 10. And y'all know 10 is 2 away from 8, 2 away from 12. All right, we found the first missing point. All right, and actually I'm going to draw the U. All right, it can't go up across that directrix, so it's going downwards, meaning our A is going to be negative when we find that out. Step 2, so let's go in order. We found FVD, we found the missing point. Find the distance between F and D. So I find the distance. All right, distance should be pretty simple. From F to D, from 8 to 12 is 4 spots, and distance is always positive. All right, when you subtract the 2 numbers, 12 minus 8 is 4. Or you go backwards, 8 minus 12 is negative 4, but make sure you make it positive. All right, so step 2 is done. Step 3, find A. A is that formula, 1 over double that distance. All right, so 1 over 2 times 4, that's 1 over 8. Now be careful, the U is upside down, so it's negative. All right, that's why I drew the picture. So A is really negative 1 over 8. And last step, 4, plug in A in the vertex into our vertex form equation. So y equals A parentheses x minus h close parentheses squared plus k. All right, we'll fill it in, leave y alone. A is negative 1 over 8. Parentheses x, leave alone. H from opposite, so vertex is positive 2, make it a minus 2. Because minus 2 there means right 2. Squared plus k, k is 10. Leave it the same. That's your equation. Alright, again, if they want standard form, you just expand it, double distribute, combine like terms, you're done. But vertex form is the best. Alright, one last one. Alright, let's go straight to steps. FVD. Vertex is -3, -2. Directrix is y equals 4. Alright, so if you want to draw the graph, let's just draw it real fast. Vertex, left 3, down 2. Here's my vertex. -3, -2. Directrix, y equals 4. Y equals 4 is way up here. Alright, but remember, we need that point. This point is -3, 4. Alright, the x's are going to be the same. We got to find this focus down here. And again, we know it's going to be -3, something, because the x's are the same. Also, just throw it out now. If I can't go towards the direction, I'll go away. This is upside down U again. Alright, so A is supposed to be negative. We have to find what's that point up there. So it has to be the same pattern. So I'm going to go backwards. From 4 to 2, I subtract 6. So if I go upward, subtract 6 again, I should get negative 8. Alright, so I found my focus. Alright, then we find the distance. Distance from F to V. Sorry, F to D. How far is from negative 8 to positive 4? That's 12 spaces. Remember, you do Y minus Y, make it positive. So if I do a 4 minus negative 8, that's 4 plus 8, that's 12. Alright, so step 1 and step 2 done. Step 3, find A. A is that formula, 1 over 2 times the distance. The distance was 12. So that's 1 over 24. And it's negative. Alright, so make sure you say A is negative 1 over 24. Final step, step 4. Plug A in the vertex into our vertex form for a quadratic. Alright, so let me use black. Leave Y alone. A is negative 1 over 24. Parentheses X minus opposite of H. So if the vertex was negative 3, make it a plus 3. Squared, and K was negative 2. And that's it. So if you're good at finding A and you know the vertex, you can easily use the vertex form. And that's good for graphing or sketching, domain range, all that good stuff. Alright, I'll leave you with this problem. Or actually, no, before I leave you the problem, here's the book stuff in formulas from 9-2. Same thing I said. There's a lot of formulas to remember. It's not on the formula chart. But you don't have to know this if you know how to do what I just did. If you can do those 4 steps, if you can find A, because A is the key to figuring out everything. The only thing you do have to know, and I'll probably tell you in test, is the lattice rectum is always 1 divided by A. This random last formula is on your test. Alright, but if you can figure out A and use vertex form, you're good. And I haven't covered the right side yet. I'll cover that later on, but we have sideway parabolas coming up. We just covered this left side. So don't worry about that right half yet. Alright, here's the practice problem. Give you the focus, give you the vertex, find the equation. There it is. And actually, I distributed. I went from a vertex form to standard form. So see if you can get that. Again, this is Mr. Nguyen. Thanks for watching. See you in class. Bye.